So let's talk about one of the biggest questions in tech right now. How in the world do we build ethical AI? Well, you might be surprised to hear this, but the answer? It might just be hiding in the pages of a Korean elementary school textbook. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's see what it has to say. Okay, so let's jump right in with a question that's pulled straight from this textbook. It's a little playful, but it gets right to the point. What does an AI eat for breakfast? I'll give you a second to think about it. It's not electricity. It's not code. It eats data. That's its fuel.
And the textbook keeps it super simple. Data is just information. You know, things like text, sounds, pictures, videos, anything an AI can see, hear, or measure. The more data it gobbles up, the smarter it's supposed to get.
But what happens when its diet is a little off? The textbook gives this perfect example. A family finds this giant, round, striped fruit. They take a picture, and the AI says with total confidence, that's a Korean melon. So, okay, they cut it open, expecting that sweet yellow fruit, and nope, it's a watermelon. It's red inside. It's a simple mistake, sure, but it shows you a much bigger problem.
Right.
So if an AI can be that wrong about something so simple, how do we guide it? How do we get it to make better, more responsible decisions? Well, this is where that elementary school textbook comes back in. And this is the amazing part. It boils down this huge, complex field of AI ethics into just 3 simple, powerful principles. So here they are, the 3 pillars. Number 1, protect people. Number 2, use technology responsibly. And number 3, pursue the public good. Let's dive into that first one. Okay, pillar number 1 is the foundation for everything else. It's so simple. AI must serve humanity, not harm it. The whole idea is that protecting people isn't just, a nice feature to have. It's the entire point. It's the first rule we teach our kids: be nice, don't hurt anyone. And it has to be the first rule we build into our machines. And this first principle puts us at a really clear fork in the road. Down one path, you've got AI as a helper, a guardian, finding a missing kid using facial recognition or flagging nasty cyberbullying before it gets out of hand. But down the other path, it can do some serious damage, like an algorithm that unfairly denies someone a job because of some hidden bias, or a system that just pumps out fake news and destroys trust. And the textbook gives this chillingly simple example of how this can happen. Someone asks an AI chatbot, "Why do you hate Korean people?" And its answer, "Other people told me so." It literally learned to be hateful from the data we fed it. It's just a stark reminder that AI isn't born biased. It learns it from us. So how does all that bias actually creep in? Well, sometimes it's obvious, right? It just learns from biased text written by humans. But a lot of the time, it's way more subtle. An AI can find hidden patterns that we didn't even know were there. Like that famous case of a hiring tool that started penalizing resumes with the word women's in them. It can also learn from lopsided data. If you only show it pictures of male pilots, it might just conclude that women can't be pilots. And sometimes it's about what's missing. If an AI has never seen data for people with a certain disability, it might fail to recognize them at all. And on top of all that, it can be hacked on purpose. Okay, so since we know that AI learns from us and that it can learn our worst habits, that brings us right to the second pillar. We have to use the technology responsibly. AI isn't some kind of magic, independent brain floating in the cloud. It's a tool. And just like any powerful tool, we all have a role to play in making sure it's used the right way. It really all boils down to a classic old-school rule from the world of computing. Garbage in, garbage out. It's that simple. The quality of an AI's decisions is a direct reflection of the quality of the data we feed it. If we give it junk data, biased, flawed, incomplete, we can only expect junk results. And that responsibility, it flows down a chain. It has to start with the developer, the person actually building the thing. They have to build in safety controls from day one. Then it goes to the provider, the company that's putting the AI out into the world. They have to be upfront about the risks. And finally, it lands with us, the user. We have a responsibility to actually understand what the tool is for and, use it for that purpose. But here's where we hit a huge problem with responsibility. Sometimes we have no idea why an AI made a certain decision. Engineers call it a black box. So imagine a self-driving car crashes. It turns out a sensor glitch made it think a giant truck was just the open sky. If we can't look inside that black box to see its faulty logic, how can we ever really fix it? How can we trust it? This is a massive, massive challenge. And that brings us to the third and final pillar, which honestly is the most inspiring one. It's not just about stopping bad things from happening. It's about actively pursuing good. The idea here is that AI shouldn't just be safe, it should be a powerful force for building a better, more fair, more sustainable world for every single one of us. And the textbook actually connects this idea to some of the biggest problems we face as a planet, using the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And I mean, just think about the potential here. We're talking about AI that can look at satellite data and predict a food shortage before it happens. AI that can help a doctor make a more accurate cancer diagnosis, or an AI that gives personalized tutoring to a student who's struggling. This is what it looks like when AI is actually working for humanity. So, after all that, what's the big takeaway? I think the biggest lesson from this little textbook is that the future of AI isn't set in stone. Building it the right way isn't a problem we solve once and then we're done. It's an active, ongoing process. It's a choice we have to keep making every single day. And it's a choice that involves all of us. It means developers have to put safety and transparency first. It means providers have to be honest and manage their systems ethically. It means users, like you and me, have to think critically and question the AI tools we use. And it means, as a society, we've got to create the laws and the systems to make sure these tools really are used for good. Which brings us to one final and maybe pretty uncomfortable question. These three principles, protect people, be responsible, and do good, they are so simple that we are literally teaching them to our kids in elementary school. So, as the adults who are actually building and using this world-changing technology, the question is, are we ready to follow those same rules ourselves?